the item does say receive noise land inventory and reuse plan, and my intent really is just to update the board on where we stand with it. And what it is, it's this binder right here. But let me explain what it involves. This is the airport, and it's probably not quite big enough for everyone to see, but they are areas that we're dealing with that over the last 30 years the airport acquired various areas using noise grants from the FAA. There's an area up here near Mingo and 46th Street. There's an area here on the north side of the airport, one on the southwest corner, and then this area down here down by 244. And what the airport had done was there were neighborhood areas. They used noise grants, acquired the homes, knocked the homes down, and then for the most part the areas have been vacant with some development over the last 20-some years. The approach the FAA had taken with this in the past was an airport obviously can use the noise grants, acquire the land, knock the houses down, and then use that land either in the airfield or for airport development purposes. And the approach had been that as long as the revenue and the activity was retained on the airport, then that was fine. Back in 2005, the OIG, Office of Inspector General, did an audit on the FAA noise program. And they went back to the FAA and said, well, what you should have been telling airports is that when you acquire property and then for noise purposes, and then you take the houses down, you should have put that property back on the market and sold it, and then replenished those funds back to the FAA. Well, that's a problem, obviously, because we've been doing it this way for 25, 30 years, and then now the interpretation of the policy essentially changed.
So the FAA's changed the rules of the game well after all this, and I think you and I talked about this. Is AAA, are they looking at trying to appeal this, lobby this? What?
I don't think so. That AAA is the National Airport Association that we're members of. This really is it impacts airports not evenly. At some airports it has big impacts, and some airports don't have any impact. And so, as a national association, they really try to address issues that impact everybody. I had an opportunity to speak about this particular issue with Kate Lang, who's the airport administrator for the FAA, at a conference recently, and expressed our concerns. And she essentially said that you know, the OIG audited our program, and this is what they're requiring. And so the FAA doesn't feel they have any options here. They have to come back and essentially rework the interpretation. And what's the difficult part is the retroactivity. I mean, that's